Hey guys, it's Michaela and you're watching FunsizedStyle. I have not been this excited about a video in a hot minute. Like, today's video is like, I just love talking about this stuff. I turn into a total nerd and I just think this stuff is so cool, and I'm sure you're able to tell how passionate I am about it by the way that I talk about it, and just light up whenever I talk about it and think about it, and I really just can't shut up about it but like, that's okay because I waited for this moment for so many years and I deserve to celebrate. And I can celebrate as much as I want, however I want to, and as often as I want to, because it is amazing and has completely changed my life. Today I'm going to be sharing all about my MED-EL Bonebridge with all of you. That is the bone anchored hearing aid that I have. It's called the MED-EL Bonebridge. The brand is called MED-EL, and then it's the Bonebridge device. I am so excited to share this video finally. I know, like, before I took my hiatus, this was like one of the videos that I was most excited about, and then I took my unexpected hiatus and it just hasn't happened yet, so it's finally time, and I just have so much to share. So this video is going to be all about the device, all the accessories that I have, everything that comes in the kit when you receive your device on activation day, and all of the things. And so it's going to be a long video. I have a lot to share and a lot of thoughts to share, but before we get into it, I do just want to inform you of a few things and then direct you to a few videos before you watch this video that I think would be more helpful before you watch this video, if that makes sense. So I did film my entire activation day, so that video is up on my channel already, and it has been for a few months. Activation day is the day that you get the device turned on and you actually get to put the device to use. So as you'll see, there's like the internal processor. Well, you won't see that because it's in my head. Obviously, I had to have surgery to get the internal processor put in, and then on activation day is when you receive the external device and it gets activated or turned on, and you can finally take the device home and start using it and all of that. So that video is up on my channel. You can see my literal first reaction of hearing from it for the first time, and I knew it was going to be overwhelming, like so much joy, because, and I think even more typical than like a typical bone anchored hearing aid recipient, because this journey was so long. Like, if my surgeon was sitting here next to me, this has been such a long road for me, and so many surgeries and so many different doctors and surgeons who didn't know how to help, didn't know what was wrong with me. It was so much, when I heard it from it for the first time, it was so much more than being able to hear. It was everything that I'd went through was going through my mind, and I'm like, at this moment. So I recommend that you check that video out. And then I also recommend you check out a video that I discussed, because if you've been around for about 3 years, I used to be a traditional hearing aid user for a very brief time in my life, but I did have experience using a traditional hearing aid. And so before I filmed this video, I knew I wanted to film that video first, so that throughout this video I wasn't constantly comparing the device that I have now to the traditional hearing aid, because I knew I wanted to share those comparisons because I do have experience using both devices, but I didn't want that to be included in this video as well, because it would just add so much more time into this video. So there's that video as well. And then even before my activation day, I got to sit down with the director of bone connection devices at MED-EL and a consumer engagement manager, where we talk about all the differences between a cochlear implant and bone anchored hearing, what those differences are, and who may be best candidates for these types of devices. And so it's a really great conversation, super in detail, and I recommend you check out that video as well. So those are 3 really important videos that if your question isn't answered in this video, it probably means that it was in one of those 3 previous videos. I'm also going to be sharing future, like, other videos as well about my device and just my experience as a Bonebridge user. So very much new to this. I haven't even had it 6 months yet, so I'm still very much new, but I am already like still loving it. Without further ado, I'm actually going to start with like some boring stuff, and then we'll get into the device and I'll show you what I just so that I can get this out of the way. Honestly, I wanted to share this tote bag that you get on activation day. It comes with your kit and like all this stuff. It is so big. Like, this is honestly one of the biggest tote bags I've ever seen. I wanted to show it. It comes in this huge red tote bag. It says MED-EL on it, and it's a nice canvas tote. Like, you could, like, I could honestly sit in here. Like, it's so big, but I'm not going to, don't worry. But there's a bunch of like random paperwork things that you get when you receive your device. So I want to go over some of that because it's really boring. But honestly, like, I would have loved to watch this kind of stuff had there been something like this out there before my activation day. So it comes with a warranty statement. So it does have a warranty on it for, I believe, 1 to 2 years. And they'll replace it once if I lose it, if I'm irresponsible. But so far it's always been on my head, and I haven't had any scares of losing. Obviously, I'm not going to lose the internal processor, but it won't work without the external processor. I haven't lost it yet, though, so that's good, and I don't intend to. Just come to the booklet for the external processor. The Samba 2 is what it's called. Again, we'll get into all that. This is like so much reading material. I honestly think it's a little bit excessive just because like all of this stuff is online too, like the super basics, and then on activation day, like, your audiologist is supposed to set all this up for you, as you'll see in my video. So I really think a lot of it is like a little bit too much. So when you see all this reading material in your activation day kit, like, do not get overwhelmed because you probably won't even look at it. I know I haven't. So sorry to anybody who's watching this. Sorry, I haven't looked at this. I don't even know what this is. Oh wow, we have a lot here. Okay, so it comes in this fancy thing. It has like Velcro on it. We've got a mag, like how to contact people, like customer service, everything. Can stick in my fridge. Should probably do that. Haven't yet. But thankfully, I haven't had too many issues. Oh, I was wondering about this. This is so good because I was going to ask about this because I'm hoping to do an air travel trip soon. And I was wondering, like, cause I get the pat down because, see, I guess you should at least go through your paperwork, but I need to stick this in my purse because, just to have, because I was wondering about that because, like, some people were telling me, like, if they have, like, certain implants in their body, like, I think one thing is, like, a pacemaker. They give you, like, a card that shares, like, what you have in your body and, like, why you have it. I have, like, the TSA pat down when I travel, but like, they even, like, pat down your head and everything. And there's, like, not a good size lump, but, like, there's a lump, I guess, in my head where you can actually feel the implant. If TSA were to, when they pat down my head, they're going to feel that device. And they're going to wonder what is in my head. This is incredible, because even my mom and I were saying, like, it's kind of weird that you didn't get a card. Oh, my gosh. And I did. They didn't even tell me about this on activation day, and I know that because I caught it all on film, and there's no mention of this card. This is so important. This is so important. I need to carry this in my purse. I should have carried this on. I haven't been on a flight yet, but going to be soon. So, need to carry this in my purse, in my wallet at all times. Like, I feel like this is even more important than, like, almost more important than, like, my state ID. Like, this is so important. Just so that there's no security concerns anywhere that I go. Because, like I say, not only is it metal, but my wheelchair is metal, so I get a pat down anyway. But again, even during the pat down, they're gonna feel the lump on my head and they're gonna wonder what I'm storing in there. But yeah, so that's what I'm like so glad I found that. What else we have in here? Welcome to the MED-EL family. Oh, thank you. That's cool. First, we wish you the best in your hearing journey from your first new sounds to a lifetime of better hearing. We're with you every step of the way. CEO and founder, not sure how to pronounce their name, but thank you. Other reading material in a different language. We have a product catalog, but I already have the product, and just like how to set up the app and everything. So glad I found that ID card. Like, That is so great. I was literally wondering about this. I was going to ask my audiologist the next time I saw her, but now I don't need to because I have it. So yeah, definitely go through your paperwork, pull that ID card out because you are going to need it. Like I say, I'm smaller and like I have a Y and everything, so most people I don't think they can feel their implant, but I can. So, well, I mean, I can't feel it when I feel it inside of me, but if I touch the top of my, or like the side of my head where my surgeon implanted it, I'm able to definitely feel it. So that way I don't have to go through any like scary questions. That's all the paperwork and like reading material. Did I mention how glad I am to find that ID card? That is great. I wanted to share that stuff first just to get that big tote bag out of the way, and so now I can, and all that paperwork and stuff, so now I can just get into talking about all the good stuff, all the fun stuff that you guys are actually here for. ID card. Very thrilled about that if I haven't mentioned that enough. Oh, and then another piece of work that I set over here that I have is like contacts. It has like their care center on it, and it has like literally every single country that this device is available, like their headquarters, phone number, email, then of course like US. So it comes with that. Now for the real reason you guys are here, what my device is and what it looks like. You saw this again in my activation day video. This is my device. I have an internal piece that has a magnet, and then that magnet connects to this external magnet that's in here. I can't open the device to show you the magnet because it's your audiologist has a special tool to do that with. That's not for a patient to have. So the overall device that I have is again the MED-EL BoneBridge. It's the BoneBridge device. The internal processor that I have is the BCI 602. It's like the newest internal processor. There's an older model, like one other older model, because the MED-EL BoneBridge was just like literally just approved in the US like 5 years ago. So it's been available in Europe, worldwide for like 10 years now, but the US is like one of the very last to approve it. There are I wouldn't say very few at this point that have it, but like in the grand scheme of other hearing devices, there are still very few people with the MED-EL BoneBridge in the US because it is so newly approved. And I'll try to find the year online of when it was approved. That's the internal, the BCI 602 is the name of the internal processor that I have, and then this is the external processor. This is the Samba 2, so this is what pairs with the BCI 602 internal processor, and then the internal processor will always remain relevant, but every so many years they're going to come out with an external processor just to constantly keep evolving the sound quality and features and all the things. But this is the Samba 2. This is the most up-to-date internal processor. It's called the Samba 2, and right now I have a really fun cover on it, but it comes with some different covers which I'll get into when I get into the accessories and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back on, but I wanted to show you, I guess I'll show you too. So you just open it up, and this is where you insert the battery. It's super duper easy. I wear this in my sleep because of where and how it's placed. You can't, it's really hard. You can't really wear it when you're laying down, or at least for me, where mine is placed. And mine had to be placed a little higher because of bone quality and whatnot, but that's just an OI thing. So I have to leave this open because traditional hearing aids are like this too, but if you don't leave it open, then the battery just keeps running all night long. So it's a real waste of battery. So when you're not wearing it, it's important to leave it open. That's what my external processor looks like. I love the cover that I have on it. Right now it's my favorite one that I have so far anyway, and it's just really fun. I love that they have different covers. Like, there's so many things that MED-EL is doing right for bone-anchored hearing aid recipients, because I get messages from a lot of people saying like, wow, like my hearing device doesn't have that feature, or like doesn't have cool design covers, like it's just gray and we can't even like buy extra covers or like design a cover. Most people don't think of like fun covers as something to be that important or excited about, but when it's another piece of medical like equipment that you have to use every day or have on your body every day, you want it to be fun, you want it to be personalized and customized and all of the things. So MED-EL is really doing that right, And I was honestly really blown away. Like, all these years, I was like so excited to get the device, and I'm like getting so many messages of how everyone loves like the different covers. Like, that is the whole, like, I'm like, hey guys, I can hear, and everyone's like, the fun cover. It is really cool, and like the fashion gal in me, it is one of my favorite parts as well. I can't lie, but definitely my favorite part is being able to hear. Just again, there's so many things that MED-EL is doing right, and we talked a lot about this in previous videos. Reasons that I chose this device were MRI compatibility. With all the hardware in my spine, I have to have be able to have MRI at any time at a moment's notice. It's really important to me, and a non-negotiable. And also the fact that there's nothing sticking out of my skin. Like traditional bone-anchored hearing aids, a lot of the older models from other companies, there's like a little, not hole, but like I guess hole, and you like clip it to the outside, and there's like this little thing sticking out of your head. Like, it's so little. Like, a friend of mine has it. It's like literally this little, but I don't want any infection risk whatsoever because of my history. So it's completely intact skin with the MED-EL bone bridge, which is really important to me as well. And so those are just some of the reasons that I chose the MED-EL bone bridge. I would also love at one day, I don't even know if this would be a possibility, but I would love to interview my surgeon and like have her sit down with me and explain to you guys and share like the different bone-anchored hearing aids that we discussed, because there were 2 other options that we considered for me before we decided to go with it. Honestly, I don't remember like what the other 2 were and like why. I mean, I remember why we didn't pick those, and most of them were MRI compatibility, but I know there was one that was MRI compatible, but I don't think it had the intact skin. But just like, I think it would be really interesting for her to sit down and like share with me, to share with you guys different hearing devices that we picked or that we went through, and like the features that were important to me. Like, obviously she can't give like medical advice general, like only talking about my specific case. I think that would be really cool. So I don't know if we'd be able to do that at some point, but that's how we chose the MED-EL bone bridge for me, and I'm hoping to talk more about that in the future. So that's like the internal device and implant, and I would love to at one point like get one of the internal pieces to be able to share, like a demo or something, to be able to share with you guys what the internal piece looks like. I think that would be so interesting. That's the internal and external processor. That's really not much else to it. Taking this piece off my neck because I want to show you what it is. So now we'll get into the accessories. I do want to mention, obviously, like the most obvious, sound quality is like really great. I love it. I don't really have much to compare it, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I was a traditional hearing aid user for like only a few months. I would say it's comparable, but it was so many years ago now that I wore the traditional hearing aid that I only remember. But I think it's comparable. Like, it sounds good. It sounds natural. It sounds good. I don't really know how else to explain it. I'm able to hear well, and I went to 3 appointments now, and each time they like turn it up. So I'm pretty much at my max now that I need, which is exciting. So they do it kind of slow, so you're not like bombarded with too much noise. The time I went, we've increased it a little bit, so it just keeps getting better and better, which is really great. Now we'll get into some of the accessories and all of that. So this also comes with the kit. I didn't buy this, it comes with it. This is called the Samba To Go, and this enables me to Bluetooth with my hearing aid. The MED-EL bone bridge is Bluetooth compatible, so I can listen to music, my computer. I think I could probably even hook it up to the TV, I'm not really sure. I can be listening to music from my phone or my computer, whatever, watch videos, whatever, from this, as long as I'm wearing this, and nobody around me can hear it but me, because the sound is going directly into the device. This is, if you watched my comparing the traditional, this is the only thing I'm going to say about my traditional hearing aid in this video, because again, I did the comparison video, but there's really no way that I can get around talking about this without bringing up my traditional hearing aid and my experience with it. So the traditional hearing aid, I didn't need like an extra gadget to use the Bluetooth. The traditional hearing aid, if you utilize the Bluetooth a lot, you just have to change your batteries more frequently. But with the MED-EL bone bridge, if you want to utilize the Bluetooth, you have to be wearing this around your neck. And you can't set it like on a table next to you. You have to be wearing it around your neck for it to be able to work. And honestly, because of that reason, I really never use it unless, especially around the house, like I never use it. But I'll pretty much only bring this with me on like a road trip or something, or if I'm going to be out all day. But I just am really, I think this is probably my least favorite part of the entire design of just the device, because it's really bulky. Well, I mean, not really bulky, but I mean, it's a good weight to it. It's not, you know, just to have it on your neck all day, I feel it's a pretty good weight to it. And then I can also answer phone calls with this as well. If my phone is ringing and I press the center button, I can pick up the call without having to touch my phone. But again, I rarely use it except for I'm going to be out all day or on a road trip, just because I don't enjoy wearing it. It's not cute, I'll be honest. I think it really like degrades an outfit. I mean, it is good. Like, I'm glad they have some kind of Bluetooth option or compatibility. I guess I'm just surprised with advanced as this technology is, especially in comparison to a traditional hearing aid. Like, my traditional hearing aid was obviously much smaller, and it had the compatibility of being able to utilize Bluetooth without an external device, and like a even like bigger device and everything, and you still need an external device to use Bluetooth. I just feel like the technology in that aspect is really behind, but perhaps with the next Samba 3 or something, which the Samba 2 is the external processor. So maybe with the Samba 3 or something, they will come up with a way for users not to need to wear. I think that would be really great, but I try not to use Bluetooth anyway, because it's not really great for your head or your brain to be streaming Bluetooth all the time. So, but those are just my thoughts on that, and so I guess I'll wear it for the sake of the video. But yeah, it's not my favorite thing, but I mean, it's also okay. Like, I definitely use it. So this, I want to talk about this. You see this clip to my shirt, and this is not a microphone. They have a different attachment clip, and I'll show you the other one that I have here in a second. This one is my favorite. It is a clothing attachment clip, so you do not have to wear this. I wear it as a wheelchair user, somebody who cannot get up and like pick something up off the floor. So with this device, again, it's held on by a magnet, and from the connecting to the magnet that's inside of your head. There's different magnet strengths for the external processor. So I'm at a 4, but that could change in the future as the swelling continues to go down from my surgery. I will need less and less. Everybody's like weight, everybody's like skin thickness, hair thickness, like there's so much that goes into what magnet strength you get, and your audiologist helps you determine that, because it's a really fine line, because you don't want it to be too tight to where it causes skin and like scalp damage, but you also want it to be tight enough so that it doesn't constantly fall. I was previously at a 3. I first started out with a 3, but it was constantly falling off, and obviously that's not ideal. I got moved up to a 4, and that seems to be working well for me. There are a 6 currently. Just because I use a 4 doesn't mean that you will. Or if I go to lay down and I forget to take the device off, like it will like slip or something, or if I like bump something and it comes off, or just whatever, that way I can not drop it. Like, it's, even if this falls off, this is connected to my shirt, so then it will just kind of hang. It won't fall completely to the ground. So other than that, I don't really know why someone who is not a wheelchair user would really need to wear this, other than that extra sense of security. It's so light that I literally forget that it's on my head. I do not feel it. It is so lightweight. It is amazing. So that clip is really helpful for me. You do not, like most Bonebridge users do not, I would say, probably use this, but it's helpful for me as a wheelchair user and as somebody who is more or less mobile. So very helpful. Goodness knows I don't want to lose that. And then this is the other hair attachment clip that they sent me to try. I tried this. I didn't like it. So this is for girls. Sorry guys, but it's a barrette clip. So just like a typical barrette clip and you can clip the device, like you can clip the barrette in your hair, and then that also helps the device to stay. But I just didn't like it. I don't like barrette clips in general and how they feel in my hair, so I tried this, but I didn't love it. But it's another great option. I know I've heard of like some other people who really like this, but this wasn't for me. And then just something fun too, hearing birthday. So in the cochlear implant world and bone anchored hearing aid world, on your activation day, that's considered your hearing birthday. So it's really cute, and maybe not every audiology program has this, but Michigan Medicine does. So it just says cochlear implant program on it because like that's where I go to get my fittings and all my adjustments. But this is not a cochlear implant device that I have, but that's just what their program is called for that bone anchored hearing aid users are also a part of. They don't have like a separate bone anchored hearing aid program, like it's all one. So, and then it has this card, it says happy hearing birthday, and then on activation day, you'll see this in the video too, but there was a little candle taped to it, so they encourage you to go get yourself a treat to celebrate your hearing birthday. So for me, my hearing birthday is on February 17th, so that's really exciting. My activation day was February 17th, 2022. I had to think of the year, 2022, and it's a day that I will always remember. So I wasn't able to go on that day like a bakery and get like a fun treat or anything, but a couple weeks later we went to, my family and I went to a local bakery, and like a nice bakery, and I picked out a white chocolate raspberry cupcake, and I brought this card with me, and I put that candle on top, got some cute pictures, and it really was fun to celebrate. And like you guys know, I've worked so hard to be able to get this, so that's just something really cute that they do. Other thing, before I get into like the different covers and extra things that it comes with, I wanted to share the way that I adjust the volume with my device is through an app. So the way that I control the volume on my device is through the Samba 2 remote app. That's how I'm able to turn the volume up and down. So this is what it looks like. On my activation day, I first had the universal, like I got the universal setting, and then my audiologist gave me some more. I really like noisy environment for like noisy restaurants and obviously just noisy places in general, or where there's a lot of talking, and this helps tune into the person that's next to me or the person that's talking directly. And then reverberant room is really great for like a theater or like an auditorium, or I really like this actually for church, the reverberant room set. I really like that because, I don't know, I just feel like it tunes in really well, which is kind of weird because my church isn't even that big, and it's not super small either, it's like mid-size, but just however their sound system works there, the reverberant room just really helps me to be able to hear at church. So those are the settings that I have. Audiologist said you can add up to like 6. I have 3 right now, so I don't know what other ones they have that you can add, but I really didn't think that the sound quality would be like that much different with the different settings, but it really does help enhance my sound quality and experience, I guess. Different settings. I don't know what other settings they have. You can add up to 6. That's how the app works. That's literally, oh, actually, there is some other, nothing like too crazy, but I'll go ahead and show you guys. I click here. This helps like control the bass and treble. I don't really know what bass and treble is, so I've literally never messed with that because I'm too afraid to like mess up my device. With this, I can check the battery status. So as you can see here, it says if there's 3 beeps, if I hear 3 beeps in the device, that means my battery is full. 2 beeps means probably gonna need to change it in the next few hours, and then 1 beep is like you need to change it now. That's really great too. I really enjoy that. The batteries, I'm gonna get into the batteries in a second, but they last about a week to 10 days, depending on if I remember to leave my hearing aid open at night. They usually last me, I would say, about 8 days is what I typically get out of it. And then broadcast level, I'm not really sure what that is. I don't mess with that really, but yeah, those are all the app features. It's very user-friendly app. It's not complicated, which we love. So that's kind of how the sound works. And I'll share with you what batteries I have. Activation day kit, your coming home kit, they give you a sample pack of 8 batteries, so this lasted me 2.5 months. I really buy the brand Power One. It comes with 8 batteries. And then a little birdie who also uses this device gave me a life hack, and I hope this person doesn't mind me sharing it with everyone, but I think it really is helpful because it is the best find that I've seen so far too. So obviously this is a device that I'm going to have long term, or at least that is the hope, pending no complications with my OI bone holding that device for a long time. That being said, I'm going to go through batteries like waters. It's just something I always need. You want to get the best bang for your buck, and a person told me that Amazon sells this specific pack by Duracell, and it comes with I don't know how many. Why do I have this in here? Oh, this also, going back to the sum, but to go really quick, it comes with a quick guide, but again, your audiologist will help you set that up. So this is what the package looks like. I don't know how many packs it came with in here. I think 10, yeah, 10 packs. So the Duracell Active Air hearing aid batteries. So the MED-EL BoneBridge Samba 2 uses the 675 batteries, hearing aid batteries. My traditional hearing aid was 312 batteries, and these are 675. So they are bigger batteries than a traditional hearing aid. Not by much, but they're bigger. So they are more money than the 312 battery. They came in you get a pack of 10 packs of, so there's 10 packs of 6. You get 60 batteries for $23.99. $23.99 or $24.99. I'll put it here on the screen and link it. But it was, I wanted to make sure this person was super sure, I wanted to do my own research that this was the best bang for my buck, and it really was. It's the best deal that I found. And specifically, I love these batteries because of how they're packaged. So you get, like I said, it comes in this box, and then in the box there's the individual pack of 6. I love the way these are packaged because these batteries, once you open this pack, the batteries come out. You've got to put them in another pouch so they don't go everywhere. It's just kind of messy. These come with its own little individual case, and they're all right here, just in this case, and I'm able to open it and grab one without all of them coming out. It's so great. So I have one of these in my purse. I always keep a pack with me because if one of the batteries isn't as charged or something and it doesn't last as long, I haven't had that yet, but you just never know. If one of the batteries are faulty, it's just always good to have one of these on hand with you. And for me, it's a little bit different because I'm able to hear without the device. I'm not completely 100% deaf, but I am very much without my right side. But it's not I'm in danger if my hearing aid goes dead. I'm gonna be fine. I managed all these years without it, but my quality of life is better and I'm safer in my surroundings still here, obviously. So I just love the way these are packaged. Honestly, I don't even care about the price. I haven't seen other battery packs like this, the way that they're packaged like this. It's just so convenient for hearing aid users because we just constantly need batteries. We're on the go, and these are great because, again, these, once you open this, they all come out, and it's just a horrible design. I have those other 2 pouches that I showed you from my old hearing aid. I'll try to insert footage. But I would use 1 pouch for old hearing aid batteries and 1 pouch for new hearing aid batteries, and I still have those pouches because I put my old hearing aid batteries in there because I'm trying to figure out a way if 675 hearing aid batteries are recyclable because I'm going to be going through them like water, and so I want to see if there's a way to recycle them instead of just throwing them in the trash. I'll be honest, I don't really recycle anything else, but stuff I'm constantly throwing away like that, I like to try to recycle, but I haven't been able to find anywhere. But these packs, I hope Duracell never changes how they package these. It's genius. I love it. So I'm so thankful to that person for letting me, sharing in that hack with me. And then also I wanted to share, this is another design cover that I have, the cheetah print one. You guys have seen this one too. This is the one that MED-EL gifted me, and I received it on my activation day. They gifted me this fun cover, so I love this one a lot too. So I have this one that I have on right now, and this one, and then I also have I had a light gray one that it came with too, but I can't find it anywhere. I think it accidentally got thrown away when I was opening one of my other accessories. So I'm gonna need to order another one. Here's the charger for the Samba to go. I should have like categorized all this stuff, like Samba to go, covers, whatever. But you guys just want to see the stuff. So here's the charger for the Samba to go. You can plug it into the wall or in your computer. I prefer the wall. I just think it's more convenient, so I just keep the wall adapter on there. So the Samba to go, it depends how much you use it. I rarely have to charge it because I just never use it. But if I'm like, know I'm going on a road trip or going to be gone all day, then I'll charge it. But it lasts a good while on a charge. I'm surprised that they included all of this, but it also comes with this box of international adapters. So if I were to be traveling internationally, I can use these different adapters to charge my Samba to go. Hopefully my hearing aid doesn't need to be charged. My Samba to go does, so it comes with these different international adapters depending on where you're going, which is really nice that they include that. And this is a little like cable holder, I guess. I don't know. And then here's another little pamphlet about my Samba 2 processor. So now we're going to get into the covers that it comes with. Like I said, I can't find that light gray one I wear all the time. I'm pretty sure it got accidentally thrown out the other day, so I need to find it. Or I need to order a new one is what I meant. So, because that's just another one that I wear all the time, and I like changing them with my outfit. So when you get your kit, come with that gray one that I already inserted a picture of, and that I can't find, that I'm usually wearing all the time when I'm not wearing one of my design covers, because I do like it to match my outfit. So obviously not all the design covers match. Like the cheetah print would go if I was wearing like a polka dot dress. Like obviously it doesn't matter and where mine is placed, you can't really see it anyway, but I enjoy it to stand out and I don't mind if people see it. So I think it's awesome. But it also comes with 4 other covers, including, again, that gray one. So that gray one is supposed to be in here, but apparently I was irresponsible and accidentally threw it away. But it comes with a black one. They're all like hair colors, except for, I mean, the gray one could be a hair color too, but for us young people, that wouldn't be the case. Then it comes with like deep chocolate brown, which is wow. Oh my gosh, look how well that blends in. Like that would be the one that I would want to wear. I wanted it to blend in with my hair because it matches perfectly. And this is like if you have lighter brown hair, obviously all of that stands out a little more for me because I have dark brown hair. And this is like if you're more blonde. So lots of options, because not everyone wants their medical devices to stand out or wants to be constantly asked about it. I get it. So all of those covers came in this case. Your kit also comes with this carrying case to put your device in, because obviously you take it out. And I don't love this case. I really like this. It's like really hard and like heavy duty and like durable. But the way that the covers were stored in here, like these pockets, are so tight. Like I have teeny tiny, like skinny fingers, and I could barely get my fingers in there to get the covers out. So I don't know how like an average person would, well I mean they would, it's not that tight, but one side seems tighter than the other, but there to like pick which one you want. Yeah, it is really, really tight. So I don't use this case really, but I just keep it to store my other like neutral color cases that I never wear, like the black and brown and blonde and stuff, because I'm not a blondie. Brunettes have more fun, as they say. Those are like all the main accessories. I have a few more to show in a minute. One thing about the cover, I was like doing a little, I probably shouldn't have, but like comparing, I guess. MED-EL also makes cochlear implants, so their cochlear implant processors also have design covers, and I was noticing it seems like their design covers for the cochlear implant are like a lot more just nicer and like age neutral. Like I feel like a lot of the Samba 2 covers are mainly geared towards kids. I'll like insert a picture of their whole collection with like Samba 2 design covers. So if you'll notice, a lot of them are geared towards kids. mostly all of them, I would say, except for like the cheetah print one here and the one that I have right now, and that light gray one. Oh, and they also have a white, but the white, that didn't come with my kit. Like, I would have to buy the white separately. So I want to buy the white one. So I have a few more covers that I want to get. So, but like, these are the only two that I really like. There's one other design cover that I want to get. I'll insert a picture of it here. But other than that, like, there's really no other design covers for the Samba 2 that I like. I just feel like a lot of them are geared towards kids, like mostly all of them, which is a huge bummer in my opinion. It would be such a dream come true to be able to design a cover with MED-EL. You guys know how brands will do like influencer collabs. Like, it would literally be, I even said this like from the beginning, it would be such a dream come true to be able to design like a little collection, like a FunsizedStyle MED-EL collab. I have like 3 or 4 designs in mind. I think it would be so cool to do like a FunsizedStyle collection with MED-EL. I think it'd be so cool for so many reasons, but there's one design in particular that I would just love, in like a color that I would just love to have. I would love to design one day. I don't know if that would ever come true, but it would be such a dream come true to be able to design covers with MED-EL for a FunsizedStyle collection. Dream come true. Again, I don't know if that would ever come into fruition, but one could see. I don't know, one day. Everyone at MED-EL has been like incredible, but I am glad they have any. Like I say, I get so many messages from you guys. Oh my gosh, you're so lucky you get covers. And they're really reasonably priced too. Like, the design covers are only $15, which I don't think is bad for medical. I mean, this video is long, but one other, I think this is the last accessory. I'm looking around at my table here. Yeah, this is the last accessory, but it comes with a sleeve. I think it's to protect this. As you can tell, I don't have it on there, but it comes with this protective sleeve. And then all the accessories that I've shown you, it came with an organizer, but I took it out so that I could more easily reach everything. But it came in this big giant red box. So that's what your kit will look like when you get it on activation day. Obviously presented a lot prettier than what I've shown you, but I think that's finally it. Like, the accessories, all the gizmos, all the gadgets, lots of gizmos and gadgets and cords and wires and extras and clips. And again, you don't need all this stuff. Like, I've gotten a lot of extras just because I think it's fun to try the different things. Like, you don't need the clips, you don't need these design covers. Like, oh my gosh, this is gonna cost me a fortune. You don't need design covers. They're just an extra added bonus if it's something you like to have fun with. Accessories aside, like, this device has truly improved my quality of life tenfold. It's been incredible, and I'm really grateful to be able to share this with all of you, and I realize how privileged I am and blessed that I am to be able to have this. If you guys have any questions, they've given me an email that you guys can send questions to about the device, so I'll put that here. But again, I recommend that you watch those other videos too. But I just wanted to show all my gizmos and gadgets and how everything works, because I think that it would have been cool to see like before my activation day. But I think that's literally it. This is like one of my longest videos ever, but I really wanted to go into detail with everything. I will be doing other videos about my device in the future. Let me know what else you'd like me to talk about in relation to having a bone anchored hearing aid. I would love to hear. If you guys would like to hear what questions you have, I would also like to do a Q&A. Could do that in the future as well. I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but having this device did require a surgery. So in order to have this, you do have to be willing to go through a surgery. I also didn't preface this in the beginning. MED-EL did not sponsor this video. They're not endorsing me. They did not pay for my surgery. Goodness, no. Don't even worry about that. Like, my insurance did, and I did, so paid my part too. So they're not sponsoring or endorsing or pay for my surgery or any of my appointments. Like, I just really enjoy their products, and it's obviously changed my life, and so I want to share with you. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I hope this video was interesting and helpful for all of you, and I'm really excited to finally share this. It's been a long time coming, and I'm just so grateful for my village who made this possible for me and has been helping me along the way in this journey and getting acclimated to this device. So thank you guys so much for watching, and this is a really, I don't want you guys to feel bad for me that I have to use one of these devices. Like, I'm really grateful. I'm really, really grateful. It's an awesome tool. Obviously, take care of yourself, please, so that you don't have to use one of these. A really cool device, but you do have to have surgery again to have it put in, so it's best to not have surgery when you don't need it. Into a really sticky portion of my childhood, and I was not taken care of by doctors like I should have been, which led to my hearing loss. And it was not my parents' fault, it was not my fault, it was some healthcare, and that's where we are. But I'm grateful for tools that help me navigate this loss. I hope this was educational, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.